Football Unknown.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Football Unknown Podcast. I am your host, Kuro Rosary. If you enjoyed the previous episode, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and today we have a new guest.
And my name is Emmanuel Bam, and I'm 21 years old, and I am currently at UCF playing soccer there.
And where are you from previously?
I was born and raised in Ghana.
Born and raised in Ghana. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, before we kick off this week's episode, I would like to announce that Football Unknown is now officially sponsored by New Tempo, a brand new apparel company that is dedicated to improving the accessibility of the beautiful game to all here in the US. They have just launched their all-performance tee for both men and women, and I think they're beautiful to train in. I personally like their stretchability, their elastic recovery, and their resistance. New Tempo is donating 10% of all earnings to the US Soccer Foundation that provides children who live in underserved communities, enabling them to thrive in an active and healthy lifestyle through soccer. So make sure to check them out before the shirts run out. And be sure to use the code UNKNOWN to get $5 off your order while supplies last. Now let's hop back into it. How old were you when you started playing soccer?
To be honest, I was like, I don't know, 2-3 years
Two
old.
or 3 years
Yeah,
old?
I started very young because
Yep.
because my society, everyone played soccer, and that's all I knew, and that's all that got me out of trouble. You know, with all the craziness going on around my community, all I chose to do was play soccer.
Play soccer, okay.
Yeah.
So at what age did you start playing before you played competitive soccer, but like playing with your friends, right?
Probably seven, 8
Yep.
around there, and like I love playing street football with my friends, and
Ah.
I usually play with like older players.
Yep,
And
yep.
like they knew I was good, so they always called me to play with them, and like I really enjoyed it, and that was when I fell in love with the
Fell in
game.
love with the game,
of
okay.
soccer. Yeah.
Yep. So at first you were playing pickup, right? Playing with your friends.
Yeah.
Was there anyone who told you, hey man, you should consider playing competitive?
One of my older friends, as Ghana we say senior man, one of
Yeah,
my senior
yep,
men.
senior man, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, he thought I was good, so I should actually try out for a team and make sure like I take it serious and make sure I worked hard at it. So that's how I started playing like organized soccer. Yeah.
Okay. And how old were you?
Oh, I joined the club when I was like 9, and
Uh-huh.
my dad was a huge influence on that. He made sure like I had everything I wanted to play soccer, and he made sure he was there to support me anytime. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And what club were you playing for back when you were
I was
9?
playing like I was living in Accra, and I played for Accra Phobia Babies. So it was good.
And how many years did you spend over there playing for that club?
Ooh, I spent like a couple of years there. I was on and off because I never once went to training. Like
So only show up to the games?
yeah, I just showed up to the games and I
Yep.
played the games. I never showed up to training, to be fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you know how the game works and what you were supposed to do when you were playing? How did that
Obviously,
work?
I knew like the end result of the game is to score as much goals as you can, and I was very good at it. As a kid, I loved like dribbling people, and I was a bit selfish when as a kid. Like
Yep.
I loved having the ball, and all I did was score goals, and I was happy and made my friends happy. Yeah, so it was good.
So what position do you play?
As a kid, I was a winger.
Okay.
And I played number 9, so I was rotating like in between, and I played 10.
Oh yeah, so
Anywhere
so,
up front,
Yeah,
yeah.
everywhere in the front. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, which position is your favorite?
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I love playing on the left.
Oh, on
Left
the left.
wing.
Are you a lefty?
No, I'm not a lefty, but like we mostly right players love playing on the left.
So like they could cut in.
Cut in and shoot. Like we love playing like as inverted wingers and stuff like that. So that's why I enjoy doing, and like I loved it. I was very good at it. And
Really?
Like, yeah.
It's cut and shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. And how good is your left? How good do you say your left foot is?
Ooh, I got a pretty strong left foot, to be fair. Like,
Really?
yeah, I got a pretty strong left foot.
Oh man,
Like, I could shoot wherever I want with
Yep.
my left. So I can say sometimes I tell myself my left is way better than my right because I take a lot of attention and I take a lot of like care when I'm shooting.
I heard that a lot.
Yeah.
But man, my left is and me like I played center back, right? So
Oh, okay.
I would hate to play against these attackers who could use both feet.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to read them.
Yeah, so
Right.
like I could go either way, left, right, and shoot.
Yep.
So like I was very good at it.
So
So
that's
yeah.
a perfect attacker
Yeah.
right there. So you said you spent a couple years at the first club.
Yeah.
After that, what was the next step for you? What'd you do after that?
After that, I got lucky because my local team had a tournament which involved like 10 teams in my local area.
Yep.
And on that day, my coach came around to my dad and he told my dad like we got a tournament, so he wants me to play. And I was like, nah, I don't want to play because I enjoy playing like street football with my friends and stuff like that. So I told my dad I did not want to play, and my dad was like, just go and play and see what happens. Like you never know who will be watching and stuff like that. So I decided to go play, and at the end of the game, there was scouts around. There was scouts watching. So I got an invitation to another tryouts in another place in Accra. So
really,
yeah. So I went there, and it was like all the best players from the whole of Accra. So probably 500 plus players.
Oh my,
living in a huge campus like say UCF, like a huge campus, like. And we stayed there for 4 days. Every day, hundreds of players will be going back home and stuff like that. So
no,
I made it to the end, and they selected, I don't know, 20 players.
Okay, 20 out of the 500.
Yeah. From there, my journey began. My father got a message, and it was like, I've been selected to go to the Right2Dream Academy.
Really?
Which is one of the best academies in Africa and in the world, producing like some of the best talents in Africa.
Yep.
So
and even like 433 and all.
Yeah, posting about it and stuff. So I got the opportunity to go there, which was incredible. Like it was a life-changing opportunity for me. So
okay, so let's break that down, because you said, right, that you never really trained with the first team. You just showed up, played, scored goals. It was just natural for you, right?
Yeah.
Going to that trials, right, for the 4-day trials.
Yeah.
You guys had to stay over there, right?
Yeah.
How was it? Because were you used to training every day and following a schedule and competing with all these good players?
Basically, like it wasn't like a training session. It was more like pickup games, like tournament type.
Scrimmage.
Scrimmage, where you was playing with like different players from all over the world, from all over Accra, and it was like everyone wanted to show what they can do. So like, luckily for me, in the first game, I scored about 6 goals or something like that. So
it's just a light 6 goals.
Yeah. So when I scored 6 goals, I didn't play the next game. So I was like, what is going on here? So I got a bit scared. I didn't play the next game too. So we played like 4 games. So I played the first game, scored 6. The next game I did not play. The next game I did not play. And we played like a full-size pitch, like 11v11. And I played like a couple of minutes. And that was it. And at the end of the day, it's like they came together and selected like 20 players.
Wow. So basically from the first game, they saw you and like, okay, we want this kid. We want this kid. This we don't want him to get hurt. Just sit him down.
So I was out.
Wow.
I
From
thought
the
I was
first
out.
game, they saw you and they're like, okay, we want this kid.
Yeah, and I was like, wow. Yeah.
So when your dad got the email, man,
Yeah.
and he told you, hey, Right2Dream they want you. They wanted to come over there.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
As a kid, like I've always wanted to go to places where I could develop myself as a soccer player and aspire to be the best I can be. And getting the opportunity to go to Right2Dream was mind blowing. When my dad told me, I was like, "Whoa, wow. I got a chance," And I'm from a family where we don't. I wouldn't say we are very, very poor. We don't really have much.
Yep.
So my parents would do their best to give us like food 3 times a day, pay our school fees and stuff like that. So absolutely. I was happy at that age to be able to take some pressure off my parents.
Nice.
So I was like, deep down, I was very happy for that.
Okay. Yeah. And so when you go to Right2Dream, do you stay over there?
Yeah, it's like a residential place. You stay there. Within a year, you stay there for like 10 months.
Wow.
9 to 10 months.
Yep. And then
you go back home for like 2 months.
Yeah, to see your family.
Yeah,
right?
and
Take
stuff
a little
like
stress
that.
out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And then so now you're going to Right2Dream.
Yeah.
Right now it's gonna be practice almost every day.
Yeah.
Some sort of discipline.
Yeah.
Right. How was it adjusting to that? Right, coming from just playing for a club and having fun.
So when I went to Right2Dream, I had to play trials. Like I was on trials again for like 3 months.
Okay.
And with players from all over Ghana now.
Yep.
So the first tournament I played was only like local. Okay. And I went to the whole of Accra.
Okay.
And I went to the whole of Ghana. So when I went there, like I was meeting the best of the best from Ghana. You know what I mean? So I was on trial for like 3 months, and it was incredible. Like the talent I saw was like mind blowing, and I was in awe like of the talent we've got in Ghana alone. And it was a bit tough because, as I said, I had not trained like in a structured place. I only played games and stuff like that. So it took some time for me, but like I could hold my own, and I did my bit. And at the end of the 3 months, I got like a 5-year scholarship.
Wow.
Yeah.
5-year scholarship.
Yeah.
So what? The first 3 months playing with Right2Dream?
Yeah, I was playing with them. I was training. I was doing everything. I was following their schedule. I was basically a trialist.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Where like we had lots of players who came in as trialists and they couldn't make it. So
Damn.
yeah, I was lucky to be able to like get offered like a scholarship for 5 years at the academy. Yeah.
So, what are some things that you learned, right, that like helped you develop into the player that you were developing at the time for Right2Dream?
I think one thing I learned was not be afraid to make mistakes and be myself. Because I'm a work in progress, and like I know I'm going to make mistakes, and I know I'm going to learn from them. And I know I got people around me who wants the best for me, and I was there to learn. I was there to soak up as much information as I can, and be there to make like many friends, because I was there with people in the same shoe as me, who come from the same or similar background, and I was there to like basically learn as much as I can and be the best I can be on a daily basis every day. So,
and what are some like fundamental things that the academy teaches you?
or like basically like they teach you to win, be like a winner in life. Show social intelligence, like self-discipline, like being able to give 100% every day. You know, sometimes you wake up and you are tired and you cannot go, but you need to. There should be like a small voice at the back of your head saying like someone somewhere in Africa somewhere is working harder than you, so you should keep going. So like I knew like I was lucky to get this opportunity, so I had to give it all every day, and like taking initiative, like making sure I was doing extra practices, like
absolutely
asking questions, like helping people out, giving back to the community when I go back home and stuff like that. So it was incredible. Like I had to learn every day, you know.
And just me trying to picture like the atmosphere. Man, you have so many kids, bro. Coming from the same background, right? And that want something. And so like to be part of that top 20, you have to stand out.
It was incredible. Like some of the players like I played with, like they are playing Champions League, they're in the World Cup and stuff.
Nice.
So it was like a good crop of players who was on the top of their games and stuff like that. So it was very hard and challenging at the same time, but very enjoyable.
Absolutely.
I made friends for life there, so it was incredible.
Nice. So after you got that 5-year scholarship, was it to attend Right2Dream?
Yeah, so I got a 5-year scholarship. Obviously I was attending school. My education was taken care of.
Right.
Football was taken care of.
Nice.
Obviously I was growing as a person and learning new stuff, like and we had like a mixture of foreign coaches and local coaches, so I was learning the games from different people and different perspectives. So within the 5 years, like I started traveling. I got offered a scholarship in 2011. I sat in a plane and traveled. We traveled as a team to Portugal. That was in 2014. That was my first travel.
What was that? What was that for?
So normally in the academy, during the year, it starts from the under 15s. So they start traveling around and playing in tournaments. And going on attachments with ManCity and training there.
Nice.
So at the age of 13, that was when I first traveled. And I went to Portugal. Like played against Benfica, Porto.
Nice.
It was a great experience.
How was it, right? Like, how was it, seeing the playing styles of these different academies and the competition too?
It was a culture shock because, mind you, that was my first time sitting in a plane. I was from Ghana, which was warm every time. It was and moving to a cold country.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Going to a cold country, like getting my legs frozen all the time and stuff like that. So it was a culture shock for me. So there was a lot of things that I learned in the first trip I went on. And like we played Porto, we played Benfica. We won against Benfica actually. We lost against Porto. We lost. To be fair, we lost in the first year traveling. We lost most of our games. I can remember us winning like five games, 6 games maybe, and we lost like the rest because it was our first time traveling, and we needed that experience under our belt.
Absolutely.
So it was incredible. So going to ManCity, stayed at Manchester, train at ManCity every time. Like,
hey man, as a ManCity fan, you gotta tell me about the experience, man. You gotta tell me how it was and. Give me a little taste. Give me a little taste.
ManCity started from like an academy called Platt Lane. Like before they moved to the new place, they had like in 2014 they were training at a place called Platt Lane, and they had like free pitches and like a dome, like an indoor field.
Okay.
So making it 4, and that was it. And in 2015, they moved to the big place,
big one,
the
yeah.
big academy, and it was incredible. Like we used to train there, watch the first team train, go watch them live.
Yep.
I've been like ball boys. I've been like a ball boy in the Premier League for I don't know 8 games maybe.
Really?
Yeah, I was sat there when tour and everyone was around. It was incredible. Like I learned a lot. I made a lot of friends there, and like training, playing against Sancho, Foden, and stuff like that. Like it was incredible. Like,
How was it? Like, okay, so you said you learned some things.
Yeah.
What are some things that you learned that you would like to share?
Obviously, when you travel, it's different. Like it takes time to adapt to the
Yep,
culture and everything. And
absolutely.
back in Ghana, we got a lot of cultural differences as to like in Europe. So
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the main things I learned was being open minded and knowing that what I've learned back in Ghana is good, but I could learn and adapt it
Absolutely.
in certain places I go to. So one of the main things was like being able to adapt in certain situations when I travel, and knowing that things that are right in Ghana might be wrong somewhere else. So
okay.
I have to keep an open mind and be able to listen to people's perspective and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So that was one of the biggest things I learned, and just being open minded, being sociable, like making friends, connecting with people, all
networking.
around, because you don't know when you might need someone's help or
Absolutely.
when someone might need your help.
Yep.
So I was just open to the whole experience of learning from people and networking and being open-minded.
Absolutely. And I think that's a good thing to have in general too, and especially for the game of soccer, being open-minded to the coaches, what they have to tell you, right? If you're, even though you're like, you feel comfortable playing one way, the coaches may see that you may be more impactful the other way. And so that I think that's good too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. How was it playing against, training with or against, these players like Foden, Sancho? How was that, man?
So I remember like I trained with one of my boys. He's now playing for Bayern Leverkusen, Jeremy Frimpong.
Okay.
He played in the Europa League last night.
Nice.
Yeah, like I played. They are all good players. Like some of the best talents in the world, and they are incredible. Like, and right from a young age, you knew there was going to be something special.
Absolutely.
Against Phil Foden and Sancho, like I played against them, like Right2Dream versus ManCity, and it was a good game. We drew 1-1. Phil Foden scored and I scored. I came
scored
on,
again?
I came and I scored.
Got back on him.
Yeah, so it was incredible, like having the experience of playing with players who are now on top of the world and are regarded as one of the best youth talents in the world. So it was incredible playing against them and competing against them. So
nice.
Yeah.
So after you traveled, right?
Yeah.
What was the next step for you after Right2Dream, right? What was next?
So after Right2Dream, then I went to Harbury College in the UK.
Okay.
So that's when I moved to the UK in 2018. So I was there. I did college there.
And how old were you at that time?
I was 17 when I went.
Nice, 17.
And I played in the England schoolboys. I played in the college league.
Okay.
Obviously, I've been to England a couple of times, like loads of times, training with ManCity, and I knew the culture and I knew like the people and how they behave and stuff like that. So it was easy for me to adapt to that place, and I love my time in England. It was incredible.
Okay.
So going to Harbury College was, I think, one of the best decisions I ever made. And right there, that's when I started developing into a man and taking decisions on my own and doing things for myself. So it helped me in my development, and like it was just incredible, man.
Nice.
We won a lot of games. We won trophies, and it was incredible. Like
how's the competition there, right? Compared to playing against all those different academies, right? How's the competition?
Obviously, the competition is very tough in England. Like you got a lot of teams there, a lot of colleges who play tough football. Like they come in for your leg and stuff like that. Like physical. It was incredible. So you had to adapt your game and be smart with your touches and stuff like that. And obviously, I went to England. I also played men's football. We called it non-league there, and it's incredible. Like it's just crazy. Like it's Saturday matches and stuff like that. Like people come for your leg and kick you and stuff like that. So you gotta be crazy. You have to think very fast and know where your man is and pass the ball and move. So it was good.
Yep. So playing for Right2Dream in Ghana.
Yeah.
I think every club, right, has their own type of playing style, right? Did you see any difference, right, from moving to Harbour College, right, and their playing style compared to how Ghana played?
Funny enough, like Right2Dream has got a club in Denmark called FC Nordsjælland.
Okay.
And FC Northland plays with a 3-back, 4 in the midfield and 3 up front.
Oh.
And obviously, Harbury has got connections with Right2Dream, and it's been going on since 2008.
Dang.
And I think in 2000 and probably 17 thereabout, Harbury went on a tour to Denmark, and they went to visit FC Northland. And when they went, they adapted the playing style of FC Northland. And obviously, back in Right2Dream, we played the same style as FC Northland, 3-4-3.
So 3-4-3, okay.
So Harbury, when I went there, it was easy because they was playing the same system.
Oh,
so
man.
it was easy for me to like adapt and play. So like it made life easy for me.
Yep.
And
Yep. And then how's the people in England, right? You know.
Ooh, I think some of the best people I've ever met.
Really?
Yeah, some of the best people I've ever met. Like most of my best friends are from England.
Oh.
And
what do you think? What do you think England? You know, the experience in England was just so good for you.
it was like
it.
everyone was chilled. Everyone was easygoing. Everyone wanted to have fun. Like everyone wanted to win, have fun. You know what I mean? Leave the day like it's their last moment. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's what I learned from England, to be myself and don't have any regrets. Like go out there, have fun. Enjoy myself. Like, and what will be. You know.
Absolutely.
And like I met some of the most incredible people out there, and I'm still in touch with them, and I'll be going back to England in the summer.
Nice.
For 2 months and to go see them and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how do you say you did your performance, your growth throughout your time in England, right?
Yeah.
How can you recap that?
My first year in England, which was 2018, I went there and I was struggling a little bit on my groin. So it took me a bit of time. But like as my groin subsided, I started doing well. I started scoring goals.
Okay.
We went to the nationals, and we won that game. So my time in England was incredible. Like I was one of the best players in my college. And although I was in college, I was still playing for uni. I was playing like with the older players. Like
really?
So I was only 17 there, and I was still playing with 23-year-olds and stuff like that. So, and I helped them get to the national finals. Obviously, COVID happened. We couldn't play the final.
Oh yeah, COVID. Yep.
Yeah. So my time in England was very successful. Like, and so far everywhere I've been to, I've won. Like I went to Right2Dream, I won loads of tournaments. I went to England, I won loads of games, loads of tournaments, and yeah, obviously I'm here to do the same thing.
Yep, absolutely. So so you said you've won like a lot of competitions, tournaments, games, right, in your career so far. How is it like handling a loss, right? Because you be getting used to winning, right, and having that very competitive mentality.
Yeah.
How is it when you lose, man?
Ooh. I had to change my approach to losing because like obviously I come from like a competitive background.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially being our Right2Dream. Like every game was like our last. Even in training, we are going for each other. We are playing hard.
Yep.
And it was like a final. So back at Right2Dream, like it was hard to lose. And when we lost our head too. our health was gone, and we had to learn how to deal with those stuff because we were all winners. We were born winners. Everywhere we went, we won.
Yep.
And traveling and going outside, sometimes we lost. And obviously, it's a different environment and it's a different. So I had to adapt and adjust. Sometimes when we lose, I'm quiet and I'm trying to process the loss and stuff like that. But I also go and have a chat with my friends and stuff like that and make sure I lighten up the mood.
Yeah, exactly. And then get off your mind.
Yeah,
right?
because like, as I said, I had to adapt everywhere I've been to, and taking loss in Ghana is different from taking a loss in the UK. You know what I mean?
Yep.
In Ghana, losing is like it's the end of the world.
Yep.
But here it's like when you lose, it's like still life goes on. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I had to adapt my approach and stuff like that. So
So after you spent how many years in England too?
I did 4 years in England.
4 years in England.
4 years in England.
Yeah, playing for that college.
College. So it's a bit different because you say college here as uni.
Yep.
So in England, you do 2 years college. That's from like 16 to 18.
Yep.
Then after you do 3 years uni.
Oh, you do 3 years uni.
In England. So I did 2 years college, 2 years uni. Then I transferred over here.
Yeah. Transfer over to
UCF. University of Central Florida.
So how would you say the playing style compared to the UK is to the US?
In England, we play more of like academy football style, where we are moving and we are
moving,
pressing.
passing, and-
Yeah, and here is a bit aggressive pressing where you run more. You have to cover more distances,
Yep,
and
yep.
you have to like the press is high pressing and stuff.
okay.
So,
Yep.
it's different. Like people here are way like fitter. Like they run a lot here. You
Yep.
know what I mean? So it's a different ball game.
Yeah, absolutely,
And
yeah.
if you want to succeed here, you have to make sure you are very fit.
Yeah, and you keep up with that
Yeah, keep up
intensity.
with that, and the intensity needs to be very high.
Okay.
And that's the main like difference.
Okay.
But in terms of like quality on the ball and stuff, it's pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same.
But it's just that we run more here.
Okay. And like UCF, man, because I looked at the roster of UCF, and man, it's just like a lot of different kids coming from different countries, different backgrounds, right? How was it coming from, the kid from Ghana?
Yeah.
Right? How is it coming and adjusting to that playing style and that culture?
Obviously, like it's at the beginning it was a bit challenging, to be fair, because you go to the locker room and you got like Spanish speaking players in there, and obviously they would like to stick together and talk to each other and stuff like that. But as time went on, like I met my brother here. You know what I mean? Usman is from one of my brothers. Like Usman, he's from Senegal.
Yeah.
And I can speak a bit of French, so it was like we spoke a little bit, and like
okay.
I try to do most of the things I do with him, and I got some of my friends from Brazil, like 3 boys. They are easygoing, and
Okay.
we hang out together all the time.
Yep.
And obviously you got people who live here, and like it's easy for them to speak English, or it's easy to converse and stuff like that. Yeah, but in the locker room, it's a mixture of people from different places, which is very good.
Yeah.
Because when you want to win, you need people with different personalities from different backgrounds,
Exactly.
and when they come together, it's a
And
beautiful
different
thing.
perspectives, different viewpoints on the game too.
Yeah,
Right.
So when they come together, it's a beautiful thing.
Okay, so like so all of you guys come from all of these different backgrounds, right? There may be culture barriers, or whatever, but when it's time to train,
Yeah, we training.
time to play,
Here we go.
everyone's together.
Yeah, we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was the coaching staff, right? How was the coaching staff? Like, how did they even reach out to you, right? How did UCF even find you?
So it happened in 2019.
Okay.
So I was over in Sweden playing in a tournament for Right2Dream. So I was in England. So I was in the UK, and it was summer break. So I went over to Denmark
Okay.
to train with FC Nordsjælland.
Okay.
So I trained with them for a bit, and there was a tournament in Sweden called the Gothia Cup, one of the biggest youth tournaments in the world. So I went. Right2Dream asked me to play, because normally you need like 3 under 18 players to play in that tournament.
Oh.
So like I was available by then, and like my coaches asked me to play, and I joined them and I played. I was one of the oldest players in there. I did well. Like I scored like 3-4 goals.
Yeah.
We won the tournament.
Nice.
And at the end of the tournament, one of my coaches here, he's called Jamie. He got in touch with me. He's also from the UK. So he's working as the assistant coach for UCF.
Okay.
He got in touch with me on Instagram and started speaking to me and about the opportunity to come to UCF.
Nice.
So he started way back in 2019. So I was like, I might be interested, but like I'm in love with England. And
Exactly,
I don't
yeah.
want to leave and stuff like that. So we started speaking over time for like 3 years, and he came over to England to watch me play, train and stuff like that.
Nice. So he
Yeah,
really wanted.
yeah.
you,
So
man.
we built a relationship from there. So I did not even have to come here for a visit. I just came.
Just came
Because I trusted Jamie, and he was incredible with me.
Right. Yep. How was playing in Denmark?
Obviously Denmark is incredible. Like the team I was in, like they value youth players.
Oh.
And they are the one of the youngest youth team in the world. Like
Really?
on average.
Okay.
If you look at the team, it's like average is like 21.2 years old. So they are one of the youngest teams in the world.
Yep.
And they are on top of the league.
Nice.
And against the likes of Midtjylland, Copenhagen and stuff like that. So it was incredible playing in Denmark. I made some friends there, and I know most of the players there, most of the coaches there. So I try and keep in touch with them. So it was incredible playing in FC Nordsjælland.
Yep.
Yeah, and I say Ghana is my first home. England's second home.
England second home?
Denmark is my third home.
Really?
Yeah.
So how do you come from, coming from Ghana?
Yeah.
Who is like, not much cold.
Yeah.
It's more tropical over there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And how did you fall in love with England and Denmark, and it's always cold over there, man?
Sometimes it's not about the weather and stuff. It's like the people you find there, like the people make the place, you know.
Yep. Okay,
And
you're right. Yep.
from my journey through life, I've met people from all over the world, from different places, and I've been to a lot of countries in the world, and I've fallen in love with like different places, and
Nice.
England and Denmark.
Was just your top, right?
Yeah,
Nice. So how was it playing for UCF? What is this? You're gonna be your first?
yeah, like nearly done with my first year. So
Okay. So how is it like, playing with them and
yeah, obviously I came from like a different system in England where we play 3-4-3, and I came here and it was like a whole different ball game, and I had to learn a lot. To be fair, like I've learned a lot about myself, about the team, about what I expect from myself and what I'm looking forward to do next season.
Absolutely.
And obviously, you come to a new place, you need to adapt, you need to learn. There might be a lot of challenges along the way, and
Yep.
it's up to you to learn and adapt your game and listen and be coachable and like try and make friends. You know, the aim is to be comfortable in your environment in order to be able to bring the best out of
Absolutely.
yourself. So every day I'm trying to get as much comfortable as I can here by making friends and by talking to people here. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Yep. So what are some like difficulties that you see, or some weaknesses that you see you could work on before the fall season coming?
One of the main things is like stuff off the field. It's just getting comfortable. You know what I mean, with the environment and like with the people around and everything. Like I've come a long way. Like I've got a lot of friends in the locker room, and it's incredible. Like my 3 boys from Brazil, Anderson, Luca, and Lucas.
Nice. Okay.
Incredible people. One
Shout out.
Usman right here.
Shout out.
Yeah, incredible. Another guy from Spain. He's Wambi. Incredible. And I got like my American brothers like Luciano, Robbie, all the boys, Beto and Matt. Yeah, they're all incredible. So I'm always trying to get comfortable and trying to learn about the people, you know, because to be able to get comfortable, you have to learn about the people you are dealing with. So that's what I'm doing. And I think with time, like it's clicking now, and like we train and it's showing up in training and stuff. So
nice. So you've talked about Denmark and how much you love Denmark, and talked about the UK and Ghana. What about the US? Right, coming to the US so far, how do you, like, what are some things you like about the US and some things you dislike about the US?
I think what I like about the US is like you got lots of opportunities here. You know what I mean? You can be whatever you want to be if you put your mind to it. And there are people, and there are people who have your best interest at heart, and they are always open to help you out. And if you need help, you just have to reach out. And it's just up to you to take the opportunity you've got. I don't say I don't like, but I think it could
get better at.
Get better out. It's more like sometimes black and white here, more like, you know what I mean? It's either black or white, or you know what I mean? There's like where like you get people coming from different places, and like I came here, I've experienced a lot of things I've never experienced before, and it's more of like people sometimes being nasty a little bit and stuff like that. It's not, and sometimes you have to, you know what I mean? I've never experienced that part before. But
really?
When I come here, like I've experienced a little bit, and I'm trying to get better.
Get better at it.
Dealing with people and dealing with, like, you know what I mean. So,
So basically, like the challenge of like dealing with all these things is just a little bit more aggressive here in the US.
Yeah, it's more like, you know, US is a low contest communication style country.
Okay.
So it's very direct, and you know what I mean. Like you get what you So it's like I'm always trying. Ghana is a high contest so both extremes, different levels. So it's like we are more silent, we are more, you know what I mean? So I'm always trying to learn and adapt and stuff like that. So.
Okay, I see. So, you and the other UCF players and the whole coaching staff, right? What is you guys' aim, right, coming into the fall season? What do you guys want to accomplish as a team?
Obviously, we want to win. School? The main thing, we want to win. And as I said, I've won everywhere where I've been to, and I plan to do the same thing here. I know we got like a good bunch of players from different parts of the world, and I know we just have to click. And when we click, and when we hit our strides, it's going to be magic. We're going to win a lot of games and make the tournaments. So that's all we want to do. Like win. That's all.
Hey man, I want to see you guys in that NCAA tournament. I want to be watching Emmanuel and the
Yeah.
boys, doing something great.
Yeah.
And now that I'm getting to know you, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be coming out to your games.
Yeah,
Man. I
yes,
want to
sir,
come out
yes,
to
sir.
see you guys play and how you guys do.
Yeah, that would be good, man.
Absolutely. Is there like anything you want to like say to like inspire kids back home in Ghana, right? Right2Dream, playing for those academies, or guys in the UK,
Yeah.
or in the US that wants to play pro, that wants to make it to the next level. Anything? you wanna-
And first of all, like I want to, obviously, like there have been a lot of people along the journey, and obviously my parents have been a huge part of it.
Absolutely.
Moving to Right2Dream like was incredible, an
Mhm.
incredible opportunity. Going to Harbury was an opportunity of a lifetime,
Mhm.
and I made lots of friends, and I met some incredible people. And coming here too has been like amazing, and I'm
Nice.
looking forward to it.
Yep.
Obviously, all I can say is like if you got a goal and you want to achieve something, you gotta give it your all.
Absolutely.
You don't want to have any regrets at the end of the day.
Mhm.
We only live once, and we want to have a good shot at what we want to do, and like be the best we can be on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
Because all we want to do is pursue excellence, and to do that you have to be consistent with it and
Nice.
work at it, and like just continue winning and helping people. Like all I want to do is win in life
Mhm.
and help my background, help people,
Yep.
and help bring a lot of people along the way as I can. So,
Absolutely. And be the best version
Yeah.
of yourself,
Yeah.
right? And have faith in God.
yeah, I'm a Christian. Like I'm a Christian. Like
Exactly.
it's all about believing that there's a higher being out there
Absolutely.
who has got your best interest at
Mhm.
heart, who is
Mhm.
ordering your steps and
Exactly.
wants to see you win. So
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I always believe like if you do good, like you get
Absolutely.
good things. Yeah.
Yep. If you have faith in
Yeah.
God and you do the right things, you help people, that the good will come back to you,
Yeah,
right?
obviously.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's just the basis of life.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I mean, I appreciate you for coming on the podcast, man. It's been an honor to have you on, man. And hopefully we might have a part 2 in the future. You never know,
yes,
man.
sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yep.
Thanks for having me. Like I've really enjoyed it.